August 23rd, 2021 is an exciting day for the Middle Passage Ceremonies and Port Markers Project. Today, we celebrate our 10th anniversary. Since 2011, we have been working to conduct ancestral remembrance ceremonies and install historic public markers at the 55 U.S. arrival locations to honor the lives of African ancestors who were victims of the transatlantic human trade, and we have made amazing progress. So far, 29 public markers are in place, 5 are planned for 2022, and 21 locations remain unmarked. Our work to install all 55 of these markers reflects our commitment to truth-telling with a more inclusive narrative of this nation, of justice, and of healing. Not only does today mark our 10th anniversary, it is also the date of the first remembrance ceremony held in 2012 in Baltimore, Maryland, on the United States designated International Day for the Remembrance of the Slave Trade and its Abolition. This is commemorated annually on August 23rd. In 2015, after visiting the U.S., representatives of the UN issued a press release that stated, "There is a profound need to acknowledge that the transatlantic slave trade was a crime against humanity. Past injustices and crimes against African Americans need to be addressed with reparatory justice. Monuments, memorials, and markers should be erected to facilitate this important public dialogue. As part of MPC PMP's 10th anniversary observance and our response to the UN directive, we are sharing reflections about our project from many who have worked with us during these 10 years. Our goal is to complete this initiative by 2026.
It has been an honor for me to work with other board members and with volunteers in communities across this nation to install historic markers and hold remembrance ceremonies to commemorate the lives of our African ancestors.
My world was moved by the words of John Henry Clark when I read them on a Middle Passage t-shirt. If the Atlantic were to dry up, it would reveal a scattered pathway of human bones, African bones, marking the various routes of the Middle Passage. Clark's words awakened me. For all the intellectual knowledge I've gained about slavery, for all the discussions I've had about Jim Crow, lynchings, and segregation, it took those words on a t-shirt to awaken me to the unfinished business that my country and I have in front of us.
Words cannot put what I feel in my heart about the accomplishments of the project and what it does for our people.
This project illuminates the spirit of our ancestors and bonds us to the present and lets us know that their struggles are not in vain.
I have to say that what really stands out in my mind is the response from the local community, the people that could trace their heritage back decades and decades to the original Africans that arrived in Algiers Point, and the great sense of honor and relief and pride that the local African American community felt that was palpable that day as the marker went up. It was just a great day, and the marker stands there as a testimony to the African presence.
At Solderly, it was a bitterly cold day. It was a November 1st day, and the wind was howling, and it was frigid. And I can remember someone at the ceremony, either someone who was speaking or someone who was attending, mentioning how on days like that and worse, our ancestors would have been toiling out in the fields from can't see in the morning to can't see at night. And I think that it became a very real moment. It was a realization for me, the depth of the story that needs to be told, that should be told, that hasn't been told, that has the possibility of being told if a project like this continues.
We need to make sure that our history is shown, our history is told, and we should never forget what happened.
Our country has so much potential, and when we work together to acknowledge the trauma, we must also agree on ways to educate and to correct the harm that has been done. Thank you so much to those who worked tirelessly on the Middle Passage Project. For you are not just the history, you are the future.
We're at a pivotal point in our history, and until we all turn to face our past, we can't be clear about the future. The work of the Middle Passage Ceremonies and Port Markers Project is as relevant and important today as it will ever be.
By 2026, as this country observes the 250th year of independence from England, it is our project's intention that all of these U.S. Middle Passage locations have public markers to ensure that this little known or acknowledged history of the arrival, presence, and contributions of captive Africans and their descendants be completed.
As the Middle Passage Ceremonies and Port Marker Project celebrates its 10th anniversary, we ask that everyone take this pledge as a personal commitment to ancestors. I pledge to remember and honor those who came before me. I will cherish their lives, their sacrifices, and the lessons I have learned. I will practice the values transmitted to me by my ancestors and my community to the best of my ability in order to acknowledge and sustain their humanity for today and create a better world for future generations. Thank you for joining us in our 10th anniversary celebration. Your participation over the years is key to our success. To continue this significant work, the Middle Passage Ceremonies and Port Marker Project ask for your financial support. Please make a donation to our Network for Good donation page, which can be found at the link on this screen, or at our website, middlepassageproject.org, or send a donation to our mailing address, Middle Passage Ceremonies and Port Marker Project, Inc., Post Office Box Number 3071, Jacksonville, Florida 32206. And thank you very much for all that you do.